Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting tutorial. I'm Dami of 𝐓𝐻𝐂𝐇. Today we'll be learning how to draft this beautiful top with a rude shoulder and underbust with a basque shape. This is a requested tutorial, so if you'd like to learn how to make this, please stick to the end of the tutorial. If also you want to make a request, you can drop it in the community or link up on the WhatsApp group. So if you are joining us for the first time, thank you for joining us today. If you are yet to subscribe, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we have a new tutorial. For our returning subscribers, thank you for joining back. If you want to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. So thank you and let's get started. Alright, so for the drafting of the underbust top with the ruched shoulder, so this is the pattern we will be using. So here I measure the shoulder line, this is the bust point, this is the underbust, this is the waist, and this is the length of the top that I'm working with. So on the shoulder now, we'll go ahead to measure our shoulder measurement. Shoulder divided by 2. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2. I have 7.5. And from there, because it's a ruched shoulder, we are still going to be doing slash and spread method, but still going to determine the height of the length of our shoulder. So from the above the sleeve, the length of the sleeve. So from the shoulder points now, I will go in by 10 inches for the length of my shoulder. So from there, so from those points here, I'm going to be stepping down by 1 for the shoulder slope, then I'll connect it to this shoulder point here. The neckline is going to be 3 inches by 3 inches. Alright, so on the underbust line now, I'm going to be measuring the underbust measurement, which is 7 inches. So I will mark the 7.5 inches. Then I'm going to be adding 1 as our dart allowance. The underbust and the waist are both the same thing, so I will measure it and add 1 inch also as the dart allowance. I'm going to be extending the dart to the hem, so the hip is 10 inches. I will add 1 inch as the dart allowance, so I'll connect these lines together. Alright, so for the dart now, I will measure my bust span measurement, which is 3.25 down to the hem. So I took in the dart of 1 inch, so that will be 0.5 on both sides. Alright, so we have the dart here like this. So on this point here, I'm going to be marking it to the underbust. This is our underbust, right? So this line here, I will extend it down to the underbust. Also extend the underbust line straight like that. Alright, it's a ruched shoulder, so this flats here, we don't need our bust measurement because it's quite free on the bust area. So we're still going to be doing the slash and spread for this other parts here. So for the down part now is a basque top. So from the waistline now, I'm going to be stepping up by 2.5 inches from the hip line. So I'll step up by 2.5 inches, and I'll be connecting it to the center front. So on the center front also, I will step down by 1 inch, then I will connect it. So this is the back shape. So the waist, the dart here, I'm going to be closing it to the underbust. So I want this down part to be without that. So now we can go ahead to cut it out. Alright, so for this part here, we are going to be slashing it, so we are going to be dividing the points. So now these 9 points, now we are going to be putting them on another piece of fabric or pattern. So I'll be doing mine on a pattern paper, since I'm not sewing the top. So I will open all of them up like this. Before you open it up, you make sure that you measure your neck width. Measure it so that by the time you are putting it back together, you know you are going to be piping it. By the time you are piping it, try to go back to the accurate measurement. So with this now, you can open each. Alright, so after you have cut out each of the pieces now, you start placing them. You know, I labeled them now so that I won't miss anyone up. So we are making this one to be the borderline like this. So I'm going to be placing it on the pattern paper. So from the center here, I'll go in by 2 inches. It depends on how much fabric you have and how fuller you want it to be. So you do 2 inches like this, you pin it down. So you continue till you finish all of the piece. So this one also, you measure. Alright, so when you have done placing it on the fabric like this, so you go ahead to trace out the neckline. So you had your allowance to hit like this for the turning. So just go ahead and mark all of those parts here like this. Okay, so this is what we have here. So to bring the shoulder together now, you're going to be using elastic. You're going to be sewing elastic. You know, you're still going to be joining this one to the back part. The back part is going to be the same thing. This is just one side of the front. You have another side. So when you are cutting it, you make it double. Like this place will be on fold, right? So you have the same thing for the back also. So when you join it together on your shoulder seam line now, you had elastic. So by the time you're adding an elastic, make sure that you maintain your shoulder measurements of the measurement I use 7.5 and the sleeve length of 10 inches. So when I'm doing mine now, I'll make sure that everything is equal to 17 inches so that I'll be able to get what I want for the shoulder. So this is what the ruched part is going to be like, and the down part is going to be like this. So I will close up this dart now. When I want to sew this to the underbust, I'm going to be pleating all of this to this part here. So this is the center here, so I'll bring the center here like this. I will notch the center, then I will pleat all of these parts into this underbust measurement. And don't forget, I've not added my allowance. So when you are cutting this also on the fabric, you had your side seam allowance to you. So to cut the back bodice now, the upper part is the same thing. So the only difference we'll be having will be on the down parts. So this back now is not going to be having the Basque effect. So go ahead and mark out the I'll mark out the bottom. So now for the back now, I'll be marking out the zipper allowance for the back. It's going to be having zip like this. So I have this here for the zipper allowance. So this is my waist measurement. This is my waist length now. I will mark this edge. This is going to be like this, and the sides also is going to be the same thing. So the only difference is going to be in the basque. So I'm going to be folding the Basque shape inside like this, so that we'll have a straight line here. You can just go ahead and draft a new basque measurement if you don't know how to fold this one. So it's going to be like this. So for my sway back now, I'm going to go in by 0.5. So from there you mark out your zipper allowance. So this will go for the back, and this will be going for the front body, to make sure that the sides are equal. And this upper part here is going to be the same thing for the front and also the back. So the only difference for the back is this is going to be having a zip at this point here. So thank you for joining us in our class today. We'll see you in the next class.